Is Upwork worth it as a freelancer? Hey there bosses, G Nontra here. For all my regular bosses that watch my videos, thank you once again for watching. If you are a new boss watching my video for the very first time, on this channel I talk about side hustles because being broke is not fun and it is not cute. And so if that is your cup of tea, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Right, so I wanted to tackle today's question because it's a question I see come up a lot when people, especially when people are new freelancers. Is Upwork worth it? And if you ask 100 freelancers, they will give you 100 different answers because everybody feels really, really differently about Upwork. There's some freelancers that have been able to crack the code with Upwork and make 6 figures from it. There's some freelancers that have just had plain bad experiences from it. And I'll just share my own experience with you to add to that whole mix and then tell you if I think Upwork is worth it or not. Okay, so when I first started freelancing, and this was back in 2012, 2013, I didn't know any better, right? And I was kind of desperate for extra money. So if somebody offered me $50 to write 5 pages or to write 10 pages, I would totally do it. Why? Because I needed the money. And so I did it. I didn't know any better. And as time has gone on, I've refined my art. And also I was just starting out, so I was still building up my craft of writing and social media. As time has gone on and I have built up my craft and I've built up my skill, I definitely charge more for what I do. And so you won't, these days, you won't catch me writing 10 pages for $50. That's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Let's just say that. And so for me back then, it was okay. It was worth it because I just needed extra money, and I didn't want to go out there and work at a McDonald's or work. I didn't even have the time. I was in grad school, and so I didn't have the time to go to a McDonald's or go find a second job. And this was offering me the opportunity to stay in my house, write a few pages, submit it, and get $50 in my bank account. That to me was like life-changing. And so it depends on where you are. Where are you right now? Like, do you need some money right now? I'm not saying that go and get low-paid jobs just to fill the need for money, but there is a way for you to go on Upwork and for you to find clients that will help you build up your skill. And that's what this is about, right? When you're getting started with anything, you're still building up your skill. You're still building up your expertise. And so finding a client or two on Upwork to help you practice those skills, to help you, hone in on what you like and what you don't like, and what you like to write and what you don't like to write, or what kind of clients you like and what kind of clients you don't like, is a good way to test the waters. So I would say Upwork is a great way, at least from my experience, Upwork is a great way for you to test the waters. Now, I will say that there is one client that I currently have that I've had for about 1.5 years now, who has paid me so much money that I got because of Upwork. All right, I connected with her business partner online through Upwork, and we got introduced. And later on, she had a project that she was, she needed help with, and she referred me, she let me know that she was, that project was becoming available, and so hired me onto the project. And so even though I didn't find her directly from Upwork, I found her through a friend who I found on Upwork. It still ended up working out for me. And so you don't know what relationships are going to work out. You don't know who you're going to meet on Upwork, and that could turn into thousands and thousands of dollars of work later on, which it totally can be, and which I've heard some people say that they've done, where they started on Upwork, built the relationship with that client, and later on have gone to reap even bigger benefits than the initial maybe $100 or $200 that they got online or through Upwork, right? And so here's my thing. If you're just starting out, Upwork is not a terrible place to get started. Yes, it gets a bad rap because we're competing with freelancers from all over the world, and sometimes that means that somebody in Philippines or Malaysia is willing to get paid $20 an hour or $10 an hour that you would do for $50 an hour or $60 an hour, and they're doing the same amount of work, right? And that's totally true and totally legit, and your fears are completely completely founded, right? But it is not a terrible place for you to test the waters. It's not a terrible place for you to practice pitching. It's not a terrible place for you to start building your skill. And to be honest with you, if you pitch really well, there are clients who will take you over the people that are giving low prices. It's not common, okay? And those are like rare gems, but it's possible. So is Upwork worth it? I think it is, especially when you're getting started and you need to test the waters, you need to build your skill, you need to build your freelance acumen, and you need to be able to show that you can do the work that you say you can do. I think it is a great place to get started, but you know, then you have to build from there and move on from there maybe, but it's not a bad place to start. Alright guys, so thank you so much for joining me. Once again, G Nontra, I talk about side hustles. If you like the content of this video, make sure to hit a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And if you want to watch another video, there's another video. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. God bless.